I'm Mike with VidMuze.com, and today's review is going to be about the Zenmuse H3-2D gimbal. Now, a lot of you have been asking, is this thing worth it? A lot of people say, yes, this thing's awesome, and other people say, no, it's not. What's your opinion? Well, it depends on what you're going to be using it for. So let's go over the positives and the negatives, but first, here's the good news. First off, the gimbal is extremely stable as far as it's stabilizing your Hero 3 camera, and the footage is extremely usable. When we first bought the Phantom and mounted the camera directly to the body, we were obviously impressed because it was a novelty of aerial cinematography with the Hero 3, yada yada yada, all this, but it still was very shaky with jello effect or rotating or tilting. It wasn't smooth at all, not cinematic whatsoever. So now with the gimbal attached to the Phantom, you can definitely capture some very professional aerial cinematography footage. So again, using just the Hero 3, you can record up to 2.7K resolution or 60 frames at 1080p or even 120 frames at 720. So having that up in the air is very handy. So another big benefit with the Phantom and the Zenmuse gimbal is it allows you to keep a very low profile, where it still looks more like a toy, but yet it's still a very powerful tool in itself. So keeping a low profile will probably be important for most of you. Now, the other benefits of the gimbal is it allows you to charge your Hero 3 while in the air. Now this is great because so many of you have hit record on your Hero 3, sent it in the air, land it nicely and can't wait to see the footage, and you realize your Hero 3 is dead and you don't know how much it recorded. You won't have to worry about that anymore. Very nice feature. So it will continue to charge your camera while in flight. Another cool feature, on the GCU, on one of the inside modules of the gimbal, you can actually plug in a video transmitter, which will then allow you to fly FPV, first person view. So those of you who want to fly with your Fat Shark goggles or have a monitor in view so you can set up your shot or just fly first person view, that is fine, and you can actually do that, and it works very well, and the quality is great because it's coming directly from the Hero. And then the final feature I'm going to touch on is the tilt control. Now obviously the gimbal itself auto-corrects and keeps the camera level with the horizon, and even when the craft tilts forward or backwards, the camera itself stays centered. But there's a hidden channel on your controller. You get a third-party switch will then allow you to tilt the camera up and down. So once you get enough practice, you'll be able to coordinate tilting up or down. So these are some really nice benefits of this Zenmuse gimbal. So what are the cons, the disadvantages of this Zenmuse gimbal? Well, the two biggest disadvantages, I think, are one, the price, coming in at a whopping $700, plus you need to go ahead and purchase a PMU, Power Management Unit, and those are anywhere from $60 to $75. So yeah, the price does tend to climb up there. The second disadvantage I can see is the installation process. Now, as a filmmaker, I come from a background of engineering and soldering and installing and electronics and all that. It wasn't that big of a deal for us, but for a newbie or somebody who has never soldered before in their life, I would highly recommend you find somebody who has. It is not for the noobs to go ahead and install this. It is not plug and play as a lot of you had hoped for, but a lot of the hobby shops are allowing for you to send in your Phantom and they will install it for you for a small fee, and you get it back working beautifully. So a couple more disadvantages. One is, since the gimbal adds a significant amount of weight to the Phantom, your original flight time of 10 to 12 minutes now drops to probably anywhere from 7 to 8, maybe 9 minutes, depending on how you fly, but you do lose several minutes there. Then, if you want to go ahead and add a video transmitter to it, it's going to pull even more power and will drop your flight time down to even, I've seen, 6 minutes. So almost cutting your flight time in half. This is a big deal, but with improving technology, we know that batteries are going to be improving their capacity and yet staying the same size so that you can still use it in the Phantom and get longer flight time. So down the road, things will look better. Now, the final disadvantage I can see is that this gimbal only supports the GoPro Hero 3. It doesn't support the second or the first generation. So those of you who have those, I'm sorry, you're out. You gotta go get Hero 3 in order to make this work. If you want to use the gimbal. Now, the overall conclusion, if you're a professional and you want to get into aerial cinematography, it's a good investment if you want to go into it for a business. Now, if you're a hobbyist and just want to fool around, it's pretty steep, but if you've got money to burn and you want to go ahead and get it and just have it as a hobby, be my guest. Buy 10 of them. Fly them all at once. I don't care. That is the review of the Zenmuse H3-2D gimbal. I hope you guys enjoy it. Now, if you're interested in purchasing one of these gimbals, feel free to click the link below. We actually sell them directly through VidMuze, as well as the Phantom. If you got questions, hit me up. If you need me to review any of your equipment, hit us up on our website at vidmuse.com. Again, I'm Mike with VidMuze. Happy flying, happy trails, all that good stuff. We'll see you again soon.